Today, we dive into the shocking allegation: did Wumi really pay Adora 3 million naira to buy Mohbad? The rumors are going around, and social media is buzzing with speculations. Allegedly, Wumi's name has been linked to the pie of the rising star Mohbad, leaving fans and followers reeling. But where did this story originate? Some sources claim that Adora, a known figure in the underground scene, was offered this staggering amount to carry out the act. The implications are serious, and the question are piling up. What led to this alleged contract? Was it personal or merely business gone wrong? As investigators dig deep, the narrative continues to evolve, raising more eyebrows and questions than answers. Could this be just a rumor, or is there substance to these claims? As more details unfold, we'll be right here to keep you with the latest updates.
Demanded for 3 million only to be paid in a Bitcoin link in exchange for a video evidence of how Wunmi Cynthia Aloba murdered Mohbad.
Allegedly, you must always use non-affirmative words. Okay, to send it, but you always have to say allegedly. Okay, somebody gets away with direct.
Yomi Fabi alerted the public by posting the charts, and immediately Adora Aloba, as an afterthought, approached Ogombo police station to make a complaint against the defendant in charge suit, in reference stating that the defendant hacked his TikTok account through his old iPhone he sold to the defendant months prior to the incident. The defendant, Ayinde Habib, was then moved to the office of the Commissioner of Police at Ikeja, after which he was charged to court on the instance of Adora Aloba. Yomi Fabi admitted in some of his recent videos that he was invited to the Ikeja Police Command by the investigating police officers, and he stated further that he saw the defendant, who he asked, that is Yomi Fabi asked the defendant, he asked some questions, but Yomi Fabi was not convinced that the defendant was oblivious of the involvement of Adora Aloba, as it looked like a conspiracy. Where is the noise coming from?
I'm scared to it. It's from Kemi. What do you mean?
Okay, the defendant was arraigned. Okay, so Yomi Fabi was not convinced that the defendant was oblivious of the involvement of Adora Aloba, as it looked like a conspiracy. The defendant was arraigned and the matter came up for mention before Court 14 Ogba due to the reassignment of magistrates across Lagos State. Some of our members present in court related that the lawyer of the defendant, Mr. Olowu Akindele, in open court informed the magistrate that the parties were exploring settlements and we need a further date to report same. That is why this was acted this way. It came as a rude shock to our group that a matter such as serious as this will be reduced to misdemeanor. We are of the opinion that both the complainants, which is Adora Aloba, and the defendants, which is Habib Ayinde, are trying to cover up a heinous crime. Hence, our letter.
Make it look like Mohbad. I ask you, if that boy actually belongs to Mohbad, why will you be stressing yourself to convince people that he actually belongs to Mohbad in the first place? That's the question for the wise. If he was Mohbad's son, there was no need for Wumi to be running at a skater, doing technology maneuver, doing technological manipulations to make that boy look like Mohbad. The boy did not belong to Mohbad. I'll put it to you that the reason why Wumi came with that pregnancy and pinned it on Mohbad was because she must have been hearing it. Her manager must have told her that Mohbad was about to see someone, or was seeing someone, or was dating someone outside, don't forget that devilish manager and everybody around Mohbad was installed by Wumi. So they were getting continuous feedback about Mohbad movement every time they go out. Even though Wumi was not there, but they were telling Wumi, this is what Mohbad did, this is what Mohbad did, this is what Mohbad did, and she was taking into account. So Wumi thought, what could I do to make sure that I pinch myself with this guy? To make sure that I have strong connection to this guy. To make sure that I have a stake in his life. And that was why, don't forget, Wumi, from everything we have heard, we have seen, somebody that was on the street since she was 13 years old. She was on the street since 13 years old. Please, all that information is very crucial. 13 years old. Wumi has been on the street. Wumi had never been a faithful girl. And she could not have been a faithful woman or a faithful wife, even after living with Mohbad as girlfriend. Because under the law, Mohbad was never married to Wumi. I don't care. Those gullible, soft brain Wumi team could be telling you customary, social study, chemistry marriage, fine art marriage. I don't care about those ones. Under the law does not recognize Wumi as the wife of Mohbad. So it's a girlfriend. And it's what Western world they call living by partnership. If you want to do visa, they will tell you, are you married or living by partnership? And most of the time, people that are not legally married, even though they are staying together for 20 years, they are just partners. The law does not recognize them as being married. So Wumi knew that Mohbad was actually going out, was going haywire. Don't let me deceive you. When you talk about voodoo, when you talk about juju, juju always have an expiry date. So every time Wumi juju was expiring, Mohbad always come back to his senses. And Mohbad always remember how unfaithful Wumi was. And Wumi realized that he cannot rely on this juju alone, tying this boy down. And that was why Wumi consulted her mother, consulted those that are in the same evil coven. And they gave her advice, then you need to pin a pregnancy on him. You need to pin a pregnancy on him. And that was why, when you listen to Mohbad lyrics, Mohbad was giving out all the expo that we needed to tell us that the boy was never his. Don't also forget, there's a video coverage that Wumi was doing. He was doing video recording, and Mohbad was asking her, I'm a secret to what letting fine boy he. And when you look at Wumi's face, all change in his traits. Because Wumi was not doing that video for Mohbad to say such a thing. And after Mohbad asked about the secret behind the fine boy, Wumi ended the video straight away because Mohbad has leaked.
Yes, the nurse was about to give him the third injection when I entered. So immediately I entered, he was like, he was telling the nurse to remove it. I was feeling somehow. He told the nurse to remove it. I want to pee and I want to vomit. So I held his hand to the restroom. He vomited. He peed. On our way coming back from the restroom, he just fell down. They started saying his heart is hurting him. He needs water. So I had to call on Adura, by me, like the other people that in there, that they should come. So he told Adura to get him water. Adura should pour in water. So Adura got him water. We poured the water on him, but he was still not feeling comfortable. He said he needs, and he needs fan. Like, he's hurting inside his heart. He's hurting him.
He needs heat inside.
Yes, like he needs water. Like he needs us to pour in water. He needs to start having.
Alright, so that's an interview on TVC that Mohbad's wife did on the final moments within the 24 hours when Mohbad died. So she said that she ran into the nurse when she was giving Mohbad the third injection. And when she got there, Mohbad said they should remove it, that he needs to pee, he wants to vomit. So she now took him into the bathroom to do that. When they were coming out, Mohbad now fell down. When Mohbad fell, this is what he said. He said that his heart is hurting him, that he needs water. Then she now called Adura to come. When Adura came, So Mohbad now told Adura to get him water, and Adura should pour water on him. So Adura went to get water and poured the water on Mohbad. Then he said he needs AC. Mohbad said he needs AC. That he needs fan. That his heart is hurting him. Right. Now, let's now go to Adura. Adura did a recent interview with Objective, right? Let's listen to what he said happened that same day.
Like some minutes back, like be 10 to 15 minutes. Kilo share everything my salo so can pay by Mohbad dinele. As in police sorrow to ba shame ko struggling to communicate. Mohbad pe kilo shele. Mo ti shan chala ti sọ pé abẹ́rẹ́ òun fún lábẹ́rẹ́ pé kíní kan abẹ́rẹ́ ke. Ṣá ti sáré fún mi bọ́ ojú ẹ̀ tó yẹ sọ tó ń náwó sóní pé ó fún mi bọ́ ojú ẹ̀ ó náwó sí cos kò lè sọ̀rọ̀ di bó ṣe ṣe pé kí n máa struggle kò lè sọ̀rọ̀.
Now, see Adura's own version. Adura said after 15 minutes with the nurse, he heard a noise from upstairs. When he heard the noise from upstairs, he ran upstairs and then he met Mohbad on the floor, and Mohbad could not talk. If he wanted to say anything, he would point with his hands. Then he now asked the nurse that what happened. The nurse said it was because of the injection. Now, Adura said he met Mohbad. Mohbad could not talk. He was using his hand to point it because he could not talk. Meanwhile, Mohbad's wife is saying that Mohbad was saying his heart is hurting. They now called Adura. Mohbad now told Adura to go and bring water and pour on him. Mohbad kept on saying his heart is hurting him. Mohbad now said he wanted AC. Mohbad now said he needed fan, that his heart is hurting him. Which one be the truth? And at 12 now, be the final moment of this boy. Which one is the truth? Did he speak or did he not speak? Because the wife is saying that Mohbad kept on saying, Adura, pour me water. Adura went to bring water and pour him. He told Adura he needs fan, he needed AC. Meanwhile, Adura said Mohbad could not talk. And then it was only the nurse that he met. According to him, he asked the nurse. He didn't highlight that Mohbad's wife was there. Mohbad's wife said, but Mohbad's wife is claiming that she was there. And I don't even know what the police do for this case, to be very honest. I don't even know what police did. I swear to God, I don't know what the police do. But again, they say the particular policeman don't buy. Who know what happened to them? They say don't buy. So I don't know what the police say they investigate for this matter. Because if the two people were there with this boy at the final moment, their story they contradict, then there's a truth somewhere. Now, that fall where they don't say he fall, I did think now.
He peed. On our way coming from the restroom, he just fell down.
You know what I think outside of the box? Because of this grill. When did they interview Mama Mohbad? Zoom in for that interview where she do for TVC. That time Mohbad by. Why this grill for the staircase break? Could it be that fall? Because when Mohbad talk about the fall, the thing, could it be that the fall they bigger than waiting them that they explain? And again, that blood for duvet, when they say they see, where Mama Mohbad say he see, where Mama Mohbad's sister also talks say she see blood for Mohbad clothes. Now, if you go further in the interview with Mohbad brother, he said that Mohbad was initially inside Wumi room. They can't carry Mohbad from Wumi room. They don't give her treatment. They can't go Mohbad room. Now, Mohbad auntie says she see blood for singlet from Mohbad room. Then later again, Adura contact say after everything, they can't return her back to my wife's room. But again, if the last two people were know what's up, because every other person who don't interview, at some point they left the house. Do you understand? So it is between the nurse, her, and this guy. But of course, with the way this thing they go, now only the nurse, now know the family. Could it be? But again, why is their story contradicting what the police investigate? Anyways, woo, God knows. We'll continue. Anyways, peace and love, don't play. If you play, you're gonna learn. I will learn the hard way. Don't play. Manipulator. Cool. Una go learn.